Told you that what is regional economic integration, and let me do a quick recap over here in order to tell you that what actually it is. I told you that various economies are coming in coordination with each other, they are coming in cooperation with each other and helping out each other in various fields. Those fields can be the area of technology exchange, the area of student exchange, the area of commodities exchange, the foreign direct investments that is taking place in and out among various nations. So these regional groupings are very important when we see from the perspective of cooperation in the international trade. And in this world of globalization, no economy can be an isolated economy. They have to come together with each other, they have to bind relations with each other, and they have to solve some common purposes so that it is beneficial for the entire world and also their respective economies. Now, in this video, I would like to tell you or give you some examples of regional economic integration. Now, I have tried to cover almost all the continents of the world, and I have tried to mark up whatever whatever economic organizations are actually existing right now in the world. So here we go. Now, starting from North America, the first example that I have taken is North American Free Trade Area. And this free trade area is basically among three member nations, and which includes Mexico, United States of America, and Canada, right? So NAFTA is a free trade area kind of association which is among these three countries. Now, when I say that they come closer in this kind of economic integration, I mean to say that they bring down the tariff barriers and the non-tariff barriers. And there are various stages of integration. It is not that if NAFTA is an association which is just bringing down the tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers in the commodity exchanges. So there are other organizations also which are example of very advanced stage of economic integration. Like for example, European Union, which you can see here in the slide, that is above given in the purple color. Now, this European Union is an association of 28 states, which belongs to Europe, of course. Now, this is very advanced stage of economic integration since many of the countries of European Union follow a single currency, that is Eurozone. Now, all of you are smart enough to understand that if countries are following a single currency, that means that they have to have some harmonization between their fiscal and monetary policies, right? So, you can see that the integration is on a higher level here. So, you will find organizations that allow free flow of commodities only, like the free trade area does, and therefore the example of free trade area is NAFTA and SAARC. SAARC is in the South Asian region, and it stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, right? On the other hand, you have advanced, integration, which is European Union, where not only they are allowing the trade to take place among the commodity, but human resource can also freely flow among these member nations. Foreign investments can freely flow. There's no capping on the investment that is coming from the other country to one country. So there we see that these are the two extreme, examples of regional economic integration. One is NAFTA and one is the European Union. Now, in between, we have some other examples also where you will find that it is not as advanced as European Union, but it is also not as basic as NAFTA also. Like for example, we have Mercosur, and you can find the Mercosur that is given green in color, the Southern American continent, and in Mercosur, we find that the South American countries are there which help each other, right? Now, these countries in the Mercosur are actually, this Mercosur word is actually a Spanish, word, okay? And it stands for Southern Common Market. Now, when we talk about the members, it is Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. So, it means that few countries in the Southern Common Market have come together for some common purpose, right? So, one example we have taken from the North American continent, one example we have taken from the South American continent. Now let's come to Africa. And in Africa, you can see that there are so many, organizations, the regional groupings that has taken place. Now, suppose if I take CEMAC, CEMAC. Now, that is an association for the Central American African economies, and that stands for Central African Economic and Monetary Community. Okay, and when we name the members, they are Chad, Congo, Gabon, Cameroon, etc. Right. So you find that this kind of regional integration is taking place in all the regions of the world. It is not that it is only taken in Southern Asian, region, or Southeast Asian region, or in the North American region, or in the Southern American. Almost everywhere it is present. In the same manner, we have Commonwealth of Independent States. You can see above that is, actually that came into existence after the dissolution of the erstwhile Soviet Union. So there are many countries which are a member of Commonwealth of Independent States. Now, to name few, like Georgia is there, Armenia is there, Russia is there, Belarus is there, Turkmenistan is there, then Tajikistan is there, Ukraine is there. So you find that so many examples are actually existing of regional economic integration in the world, and we can see that all of them, few of them actually form a free trade area, few of them form a custom union, few of them, like Mercosur is an example of custom union, where not only the free flow of trade is taking place, but also there is, one step they are ahead, because they are practicing a common external tariff policy, right? So therefore, with the non-member nations, they have a common external trade policy. So one step ahead of the free trade area, that is Mercosur. Then we have, when you come to the Asian continent, we have SAARC, we have ASEAN. ASEAN is association of various Southeast Asian nations. Like suppose we can take example of Philippines, we can take example of Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, China, Korea, etc., etc. So they all are part of ASEAN. When it comes to SAARC, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, then we have India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, okay, Pakistan, Nepal, Afghanistan is a very new member to it, okay. Then we have one more example, that is Pacific Iceland Forum, and there find you, therefore you find that few countries like Fiji is there, Solomon Island is there. So small island, okay, they have even come for the common cause, and they have even formed a Pacific Island association or forum. So this is basically telling you that how important this regional cooperation has become, because you are not only cutting on the transportation cost, also saving time. Moreover, you have same environmental situations, so the challenges are less and the opportunities are more, right, to do business. So either it is Asia, or it is Europe, or it is South America, North America, Africa, or the island nations. They all have formed various regional economic integration, so that they can cooperate, they can exchange the technology, they can exchange the human resource, they can exchange the foreign capital, they can exchange everything on a less, on the pretext of less barriers actually. So less tariff barriers and less non-tariff barriers. Therefore, we are definitely going to, look forward to a world where everybody is cooperating with each other. And you can understand that in the current scenario, like we have so many countries cooperating in terms of vaccines and medical equipments and so many things. So you can understand the beauty of cooperation, and no country actually could live without this kind of cooperation. So therefore it becomes very important that we understand that what regional economic cooperation is, and in practicality what are the examples of regional economic cooperation. Thank you very much.